stock of the day is Mineral Resources, a ticker code MIN. And MinRes's full year results beat analysts' estimates. The lithium miner posted full year underlying NPAT of $770 million. Australian, a 12% beat to the city estimate. The company has declared a fully franked final dividend of 70 cents Australian per share, and out of 16 analysts, 9 rate the stock a buy or higher, 4 hold and 3 sell, and the medium price target is $78.90. Well, probably need to say it's MinRes is also an iron ore producer last time I checked as well.
Certainly is.
So, Francesco, do you like MinRes?
It's also a mining services company
Indeed.
as well. So there's a lot to this company, more than people I'll give it credit for, I suppose. Look, we have a whole recommendation on it at Minnett, but I'd be probably a little bit more positive personally, just looking at some of the numbers that are coming out of the company. The important thing to look at from the lithium point of view is the lithium earnings for FY22 to FY23 is more than doubled. Now, I'm not expecting it to do that again into FY24, but we're still expecting a good jump in earnings out of the lithium division. The other thing to appreciate with Min Resources is that the mining services division previously to this year made up a bit more than half of their earnings. The mining services they provide are operational services, which tend to be sticky. So if a mining company decides they want to change their contractor, it's a big project to change the contractor. So it becomes once they win a contract, they tend to stay there for the life of the mine. So there's a lot of sticky business there. So we like it in that respect. The iron ore business is, it's still reasonable size. It's about 185 million in earnings.
Right.
I would potentially like to see it probably divide up into its own individual businesses. I think when companies like this can achieve a lot more, I suppose, focus on their businesses when they divide up into individual companies. So that's the potential. It has been talked about in the market. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. But look, I like the company. I like what they've done over the last sort of 5 to 10 years. And I think the founder of the company still has a lot of skin in the game, which gives me a lot of confidence. Indeed,
and the share price has actually come back down quite a lot, but I suppose that's probably a reflection of, weaker iron ore uncertainty, and also those lithium prices coming under some pressure.
Yeah. So commodity prices have come under a little bit of pressure in recent times because the market's been expecting the Chinese to provide a little bit more stimulus to their economy, so it's put a bit of a downer on commodities price. Not overly, I would suggest, and the share price had rallied significantly up until sort of, I suppose, a month or two ago. But I think the share price where it is now has created some good buying opportunities for the short and long term. Okay,
Michael, do you like MinRes?
Yeah, I do like it here. I mean, Francesco's covered it off really well. So all I'd really add to that is, you've got a situation, as you pointed out, where the share price has come back quite a bit, and the market has been a bit concerned at the sort of the capex sort of spend for this business and how it might affect their earnings. Obviously, the market's been quite negative recently around China. I think that whole sort of issue with the Chinese economy reaching a bit of a sort of fever pitch at the moment. It just seems like it is sort of peak negativity around that. So, it has dragged a lot of these share prices lower. So I think the result today, beating expectations, was a huge relief. Like most companies in reporting season, their cost guidance was maybe a bit higher, but that seems to be impacting everybody at the moment. But look, share price reaction today, as I was coming into the studio, the share price was up about 6%. The volumes going through had already well exceeded all of yesterday. So it's going to be a big day in MinRes. So you've got this situation of the share price having pulled back on sentiment and a few other concerns. Technically, it was right at those levels where it peaked a few times in 2021, 2022. So this was where it needed to bounce, and it's delivered in terms of the result, the volumes coming back in. So look, I like the stock. I've been buying more of it as recently as just this morning on the back of that result. So to me, it looks like a bit of a turnaround, a bit of a relief, and I think there's more upside from here.
So a buy from you?
Yep.
And even though Ords has a hold, you'd be buying it, would you?
I'd be buying.
So we can really sort of say that's a double buy then.
You could probably say that's a double buy. Yeah.
Perfect. We love a double buy to start.
First stock of the day.
Exactly, to start the call. Okay,